Hey everybody, good morning. Good morning. The Urban is here. What's up, everyone? Bama, Brand New American, Mimo, Mike, Ed. Wow, I got a handful of y'all. Good. Y'all are awake enough for the pre-tri-state show of Urban Legends? Please let me know if you can see me and hear me. Somebody let me know in the chat that you can see me and hear me, please. Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. Do, 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 do. Am I live? Y'all can hear me? Y'all can see me? All good? Sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know about the looking good part. All right. So let's get started. Y'all have kind of said hey to each other. If y'all want to do pocket checks, let's see them pocket checks. Today is a Spyderco Sunday for me. So, of course, y'all know what my Christmas gift from the wife, the newest Spyderco to my Spyderco collection. Love this knife. And it is so much fun to use it for food prep. I was cutting cheese and summer sausage just last night. So, yeah, awesome knife, compression lock. Got the Lynch deep carry pocket clip on there. Linen micarta scales that I dyed red. If you know from Instagram photos, I darkened up the spacer really nice for that contrast. Really happy with how that turned out. Yeah, great knife. Nice and drop shutty. And in the other pocket, the Thick Boy version 1, first version. I'm still happy that I got the first version and didn't end up with the second version. I know a lot of people like the second version with how they did the forward choil. I'm totally content with this one. I very much like this guy. This guy's almost he goes in my pocket at least twice a week. At least twice a week. So that's what I'm carrying today in pocket, knife wise. But yeah, Mimo's got the blacked out Yojimbo, sweet. Kubi Leaf and the Kaiser October. I thought about getting the October. I don't know. It's getting to the point. Me and Beard Doom were bouncing conversation back and forth on on Instagram Messenger, talking about new knives and what we were looking at getting over the next couple months and that kind of stuff. Asking questions to each other, and yeah, he and I are both kind of in the same spot. Again, his taste is just a little different than mine. He goes for more of the wild, futuristic-y kind of, not so bland, out there, large, beefy folders. And boy, is his collection awesome. That's not so much my style, although he is inspiring me to pick up one or two things in that direction as far as those kind of knives. Because he's got such an incredibly nice collection of folders. He's definitely made me want some Timascus in some scales on something. I also really want that some fat carbon. I still don't have any fat carbon. Leaning towards the blue. Really like the blue fat carbon and and yeah, so I need to get some knives that I like with those materials. All right, so oh, story. Here's your story. Humble beginnings. For urban legends, we're gonna start off with that. Awesome pocket dumps, guys. The Ed's got the shaman today. You don't like brand new American? You don't like the lynch clip on your PM2? Okay, all right. So yeah, if you saw in my Instagram post for the live and everything, that is me standing in front of the house that I grew up in. It's a two-story with a large cross base that was never turned into any kind of a basement or anything. Um, could store an awful lot of stuff underneath of it, but uh, the the house is up on in the northeastern side of Atlanta, Georgia, Snellville, Lawrenceville, Lilburn area. Went to a Brookwood High School, and this is Georgia. I'm a Georgia boy. Grew up and raised in Georgia. Uh, and I'm back in Georgia, despite 8 years in the military, two duty stations, a tour overseas, and a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. I ended up back in Georgia. So I'm in southern Georgia, Brunswick, Georgia, down on the coastline. It takes about 25 minutes to get to the beach. I like the beach. The beach is nice. Put my hearts in the mountains. I really, really love the mountains. Growing up, I spent a lot of time in the North Georgia mountains, Tennessee mountains, Carolina mountains. Made numerous trips up into Virginia along the Appalachians. Yeah, just I love the mountains. Love uh, the scenery and the lifestyle that goes with a smaller to medium-sized mountain town. Um, I love doing. If you watch some of my earlier um, videos of my channel, some very very early videos, not the greatest, of me doing the whitewater kayaking. That kind of goes into the mountains here on the East Coast. Um, Backpacking, always love backpacking and camping and hiking. Rock climbing, I did a lot of rock climbing when I was in middle school, high school time. And mountain biking, loved mountain biking. Put a lot of money into mountain biking. And all of my mountain biking stuff I actually accumulated through income of back when I was younger, again, middle schooler days. Uh, I would go. My mom liked to go garage sale shopping on Saturdays and Sundays, so I'd go with her garage sale shopping, and I'd take birthday money, Christmas money, whatever allowance money, whatever I had, and I'd try to get 2 or 3 bicycles in a weekend, and I'd buy them, take them home, buy them for like 10, 12, $15. And then I'd take them home. I'd strip them all apart, clean up all the parts and pieces, on every single one of them, and try to put back together the nicest pieces in order to create, whether it be 1 or 2 final bicycles that looked darn near brand spanking new. um, yeah, and then I'd sell them for profit, and I made a decent handful of dollars off of each bike that I did with that. It was a lot of work. It was a great life experience in learning how bicycles are built and how they work, and your different brakes, your different tires, different types of frames, all that. I learned so much by doing that about bicycles, as well as getting some amount of understanding of what time and skill is worth. So yeah, good lessons that started that started with one day. I think it was a Friday. that I was riding my bike after school around the neighborhood and just having fun with some neighborhood friends. And I forgot to put my bike in the garage for the night. And so it was kind of there in the front yard by the driveway. The house that I grew up in is at the very dead end of the neighborhood. No cul-de-sac, nothing. Just not a house on the opposite side of us either. We were down this little steep hill, short steep hill, and that was it. That was the end of that corner of the neighborhood. Um, and so it was not like that bicycle was going to get stolen or anything, but to for me to learn the lesson of valuing what I have and not being forgetful, my dad overnight took my bicycle apart, took it all the way apart, um, and left it on a like a moving blanket in the garage for me to put back together by myself. So that's how I learned to put together a bicycle and value the lesson that was learned was a really good lesson, but that was my punishment for having left the bicycle outside overnight. So it sucked. I hated it. I was mad as hell, and I was probably 10 or 11 years old. But it was a very, very valuable lesson learned. And I gained so much from it. So, yeah, works as a good punishment. At least it did for me, right? But yeah, so I that's the area that I grew up in. We had probably about an acre and a half of property. There was a creek that went around from the front corner of the property by the street. A creek ran down along one side and then met up with another creek going along the back side, all the way in the back part of my backyard. So I had the joy of, just being a boy playing around in a small creek bed, finding crawfish and running across a few snakes and skipping rocks and doing anything and everything that a young fellow would do with a creek bed. So a lot of playtime. Built forts. Did a lot of forts. I had a couple forts. I had a ground fort, and then I also had a tree fort, which I ended up by the time I was in like seventh, eighth, ninth grade. I'd actually go up there in my small, tiny little tree fort, which mostly resembles a shooting stand, and that's what I did. I used it to shoot deer right there in my backyard. Um, so yeah, with the bow. No boomsticks for me until my between my sophomore and junior year of high school was the first time I ever touched a gun. Yeah, my dad was not really big into guns. My grandfather had a small little pistol, a little 38 or 38 or 380. No, it was a 32. It was a little 32. I don't even remember who makes it. My dad's got it now, but he used to have that. My grandfather did for traveling. But yeah. Um so yeah, I did not get a chance to get into guns until I was in high school. And the first gun I ever held in my hand was a 12 gauge shotgun shooting clays out in New Mexico at the Philmont Scout Ranch, where we did this like 12-day backpacking trip, did 137 miles in 10 and a half days, with some good elevation changes too. And at one point, one of the camps that we stayed at, they did an activity where we got to shoot shotgun at clays and thrown clays, and so that was the first time ever holding a gun, and it was a shotgun shooting clays. First time shooting clays, and I hit 23 out of 24 clays. First time. Beginner's luck, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that's how I first got into guns. And then of course in the military, numerous rifles and machine guns, 50 cal mounted on top of a Humvee. Um, my main thing that I had to carry, hump around on my deployment was a 240 Bravo automatic machine gun with armor piercing rounds. Nasty little bugger. Heavy. Um, Ammo was heavy as hell, but you could do a lot with that sucker. So, childhood story. I played sports along with all the outdoor activities. I also played sports. Uh, what, Bama? That is totally random. Good to know, but totally random. So, funny story. Playing sports, I did hockey, I did basketball, I did soccer, I ran track in high school. Baseball was always my favorite. Loved baseball. Was on always played rec baseball, but I also did a travel team, and I was also in a competition team that ended up going up to Cooperstown, USA, in New York State, um, for one of those tournaments. That is an awesome place, an awesome life experience that I got to go there and be a part of that. I was a pitcher mostly in my older baseball days. Started off like just about every other kid that didn't have a whole lot of talent shining through from the beginning. So I started in the outfield, digging big ass holes in the outfield and not paying much attention to the game otherwise. But yeah, so baseball story. The baseball park that I started at when I was real little, T-ball, um, is Stone Mountain Park, and right there, not too far from the Stone Mountain, with their face carvings of all of your Confederate soldier leaders of that era, carved on the mountain. So I was not very far from Stone Mountain, and so the baseball park was Stone Mountain Park. Uh, and the parking lot was a massive parking lot, like bigger than a football field. And it was a big hill. The parking lot itself was a big hill down to where the baseball fields were. So now, where the baseball fields were, water drainage was still good. So, I mean, obviously, some games got rained out, but whatever. The dugouts were made with your your construction blocks, your cinder block deals, 3 walls, with a roof on them, and the chain link fence for the ball field, going across, closing out the dugout, the front face of the dugout, except for the gated door to go onto the field. How a lot of baseball fields, rec fields, are made. So, in case you didn't know, most of us know, right? But anyways, the T-ball field was all the way in the far back corner, the furthest away from the parking lots, super far away from the parking lot, and down that massive hill of what the parking lot was. So we were about a couple innings, 30 minutes into the ball game, and 20, yeah, probably less than that, probably about 20 minutes. Because T-ballers don't play for a full hour. They play for like 30, 40 minutes or something like that. But we got hit hard by a massive thunderstorm just that popped up out of nowhere. And again, this was, back in the very early 90s. Yeah, like 91, 92. When I started playing baseball. And we got hit at the ball field there with this god awful thunderstorm. and so and just torrential downpour of rain. And so, all the parents, all the adults were like, into the dugout, into the dugout, everybody taking shelter in the dugout. And we were told to sit down on the bench, not lean up against the fence. But guess who's dumbass didn't want to listen and was leaning up against the fence, watching the thunderstorm. And sure enough, yes, out in the outfield, a lightning bolt struck a tree that was right there next to the fence, and it went from the tree to the fence. And the electricity from the lightning bolt electrified the fence, and my ass got sent back to the backside of the dugout, and my ass sitting on the bench because of the electric shock that I received from that lightning bolt striking the tree and then the fence. So yeah, I have been zapped, not directly, but very indirectly by a lightning strike. And I'm still alive. Yeah. So there's your story for today, of a life experience that I survived. First of many to come. I am one darn near indestructible bastard who survived a lot more than he should. So, I have 752, 53 subscribers right now. That's how many subscribers I have. I'm gonna sit my desk drawer up. There we go. So, boy, would I like to make it 2,000, but I'm not in a hurry. There's no rush. Tell your friends. Oh, Bama winning an argument with the wife. Oh, okay. It was definitely a booby trap. I'm sure it was. Yeah, usually we don't win very many arguments with the wives, do we? But so since I have over 150 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. Y'all ready for a giveaway? Who wants me to do a giveaway? Would you like a giveaway? I can do a giveaway, but you gotta want it. Do you? Do you want it? Yes? No? Maybe? Nobody's saying nothing. How many of y'all I got in here? Does anybody want me to do a giveaway? I can hang on to it. You loc giveaways, Mike? I'm not a good typer either. So I very, very greatly appreciate when I'm in the chats on other people's lives and everybody's saying hey to me and actually bothering to type out, or if it was that thank you. I can't type either. I suck at typing. I am terrible. I am borderline a hunt and peck. I've progressed just a little bit past that. But yeah, so here we go. Here's our giveaway. First item is going to be the i1R2 Pro. Sorry. Come on, light, quit flashing there. There we go. I'll hold it right here. So i1R2 Pro OLight flashlight. That's the USB-C. Now that most people have graduated their phones and other charging devices to the USB-C, that micro USB is kind of disappearing, which sucks and doesn't suck at the same time. So yeah, great little flashlights. Love these guys. So I have one of those for whoever wins. And then this guy, Victorinox. This is the Executive 81, not the SD Classics. This guy is just, it's a hair bigger than the SD Classics. And this is what I keep on my car ring, on the car keys for the car, my key ring for the car keys. Um, and the main reason why is these scissors are super awesome. The way they operate, the mechanism that they operate with is with a secondary bar, not that dinky little spring that the classics have. Um, I mean, not complaining about the classics; they're great, but I feel like that is a better, more durable mechanism for these tiny little scissors. But what's super sweet about the scissors on this guy is they are micro serrated. They have tiny little serrations, which means that they will stay sharp, super sharp, a whole hell of a lot longer, and they work very, very well. Because the whole thing's just a little bit larger, the blade's just a little bit bigger, the nail file's just a little bit bigger. Just all in all, here, there's the 7 tools: toothpick, tweezers, keyring, serrated edge scissors, uh, lever design, nail cleaner, nail file, uh, and your 1.75-inch blade. So yeah, I wish that this company would get rid of doing, not get rid of the classics, but start phase over to doing all the fun little designs and the prints and stuff on these guys. Just because I love the upgrade that the scissors have, and I love having just a little bit bigger of a knife on this useful little keyring multi-tool. So that's going to be in the giveaway with the flashlight. And then I have one of these little fun guys, the little happy hair pins. It's a pen and stylus for tablets and whatnot. So the pocket clip on this guy's actually kind of nice. Great pen with a little fun flair to them, right? I got a good handful of these that my dad picked up at a trade show from the Ricoh brand, which does printers and all kinds of video conferencing stuff and all sorts of other things. So, yep, you get one of these fun pins. And then I've got a little bit of swag, stickers. This guy, isn't that a handsome furry guy? And then I've got this guy. I have no idea what the name is of this knife. Just kidding. Just kidding. Everybody knows this knife. So, yep, got that for you. And I don't have channel stickers yet. I need to. I will. I promise. I promise I will get with Miss Tri-State and get some stickers for my channel done very soon. Very soon. But until then, I have the Beard of Doom, who has a really, really awesome sticker. This is a sweet sticker, and he's given me enough of them at this point that I'm okay with giving a couple away for my first couple of lives. So, yeah, the Beard of Doom. He is an awesome guy. I've met up with him twice in person. Awesome collection of knives he has. His taste is just, it's something else. But yeah, he's really cool, and me and my older son really enjoy his story time with those reach around books. So, and then I have one other item I'm gonna throw in. I gotta find them because I don't remember exactly where I put them, but they're I promise I'll find them and make sure I include it in the package. But I have these magnification cards. They're little cards the size of a debit card, credit card, that are magnifying cards. and they're designed in a way where it gives you in either the center point or maybe one of the corners. It will take the sunlight and concentrate it. The card itself will concentrate it, so you're not trying to sit there with a normal magnifying glass and trying to hold it at whatever angle is needed in order to get the sunlight to pinpoint into one spot to burn ants after you put lick a large lollipop and then stick it on an ant pile and collect a whole bunch of ants and then set it off to the side and start burning away. No, don't do that. Don't do that. But when we were kids, we did that. So yeah, it's a nice little card. It's already automatically designed to take sunlight and concentrate it at one point, so that you don't have to do that. Great tool. I always keep one in my go bag and in the car and in the other bags, and they're floating around in drawers around the house and workshop and whatever. Nice little card that helps magnify things that are not easy to see as we get older and older. But yeah, so that's the swag pack. And because there's not very many of y'all, we're just gonna do the number game. I'm not gonna fiddle around with the hashtag crap and all that, since there's just not very many of y'all. But let's see. Let me grab a piece of paper. Rip off a piece of paper and grab a pen. Let's do 1 through 69. Y'all know that I love the number 69. Who doesn't like the number 69? All right. So that's your range, 1 through 69. Righty? Right on? Everybody got that? 1 through 69. 69, 69, 69. Okay. Sorry. All right. So ranges 1 through 69. I'm going to write down the number. The number is in there, is written up in there. So y'all go ahead and let me press type start. See, I can't spell where. Is that how you spell start? Nice. All right. Y'all go ahead and throw up your guesses. I'll give y'all a handful of minutes to throw up your guesses. 1 through 69. 1 through 69. Y'all go ahead and start posting numbers. Who else has did the pre-order for the EMP EDC relative? By the way, I love their freaking logo. It's great that they did hats. I definitely need to pick up a hat, but I'm waiting for them to do a t-shirt with that damn logo on it. God, I love that logo. The Atom guy. Yeah, sweet logo. But so supposedly we are going to start seeing those EMP EDC relatives shipping out either the last week of January or the first week or two of February. So hopefully, the wait has been long and painful, right? I don't know who else besides me has ordered one, but God, they look like sweet knives. I can't wait to get mine. Can't wait to get mine. Oh, all right. So Bama, Mike, Mimo, Bluminati. What's up, Bluminati? Good to see you in the chat. Say Mimo. So I did a video yesterday on my channel of of ladders, which I need to take all 3 ladders and set them out and take a good photo of the 3 ladders to use as the image for the video on the channel. But yeah, it was too late last night when I finally got the video posted for me to have done that. But yeah, I did a video on the household ladders, my favorites. And in the comments, Mimo, man, got jokes. He's got jokes. So yeah, that was funny, man. That was funny. His ladder joke. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, okay, Mike, thank you. You think that's all of us? All right. Shit, what was the number? The number is 8. 8 is the number. Who's my closest without going over it? Y'all know the rules. I didn't post the damn rules because y'all know the damn rules. Is it really Brand New American? I think it is. Yeah. All right. Yep. I guess I should have thrown the stop. I'm so terrible. There's the stop. And Brand New American. All right, man. Congrats, brother. So hit me up on Instagram, Urban Woodsman 87, or you can email me. I just created an email today. I figured if I'm going to start doing these live streams, which the plan is to do every second Sunday of the month at this time, this 10:45 to 11:45 is what I can give y'all, as because that's when the kids or my kiddos are at church for their kids program. I drop them off and then I race home and get this going, and I can do this for right about an hour before I have to go pick them up. So that's what y'all get, and it's going to be the second Sunday of every month. I'm going to start off with trying to keep that and stick with it for y'all. So yeah, Brand New American, you are our winner of the swag pack. But I did create an email that is urbanwoodsman87@gmail.com. No spaces. At gmail.com. Yep. So email me there your address. Don't forget to put your YouTube user name so I know who you are. And just name and address of where you want me to send this stuff to. You live in the greater U.S. states, right? Or 50 states or whatever we're up to. So yeah, I'll get that sent out to you early this coming week. New York, good deal. All right. Yeah, I can send it there for sure. All right. Yeah. Give me your information within the next day or so, and I'll get it sent out to you within a day or so of getting your information. All right. Either place, either on Instagram message or email at urbanwoodsman87@gmail.com. All right. Your real name is Donald Trump. Oh, so funny. All right, doing pretty good. I got about another 16, 17 minutes. Y'all have any questions for me? Anything you want to know that you didn't know about Urban Woodsman 87? My name's Jason. A couple people have snuck it in from when I've sent out my wood creations. So more stories. I have so many damn stories. I was very, very blessed. My parents did well with their jobs, made good money. They invested into the stock market. and did very well with the stock market at a time when the stock market made a lot of money for a lot of people. And Mimo already mentioned that I played sports in high school. So I got to do a lot of things because I had parents, and I'm very fortunate that my parents never got divorced. They're still together today. I don't know how my dad does it, because my liberal ass minded mom that I love and hate so damn much, uh, she's a pain to deal with. She's a pain to deal with. Uh, I Most teenagers don't want to be around home during the summer, during their high school years, right? As a teenager. And, but I really, because of my mom, I really didn't want to be at home. And she was talking about when I go to college after high school, that I go to a community college that's there close and I still live at home. And I was like, I ain't having that. None of that. No, sirree. Um, and I wasn't, by the time I was a senior in high school, I was like, didn't, yes, Mike, I did play hockey. By the time I was a senior in high school, I didn't want to continue the schooling path. I wanted to take what I knew and the skills that I had and run somewhere with it and do something and be productive and contribute, which is really sad that a lot of kids coming out of high school don't have that mentality. Kids that young people coming out of college that don't have that mentality. But we won't go too far into that. I did, and I'm grateful that I was raised that way and learned life that way, as well off as my parents were. We didn't, when we did vacations and stuff, we didn't stay at the fanciest hotels all the time. We did a couple times here and there, but not all the time. Um, my parents had a travel trailer, motorhome style trailer, RV that they pulled, and we vacationed a lot in that in the United States. I have been to every single state in the United States. I've spent at least one night in every single state in the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii. I've actually been to Hawaii quite a number of times. So it's kind of cool to be able to say that. I've seen just about probably 70% of your national parks and dozens and dozens and dozens of state parks all over the country. I was in Scouts, got my Eagle and Eagle Scout, and Mimo, we already did the damn gall. Brand new American one. Got the awesome swag pack, plus a small Victorinox keychain knife and the Olight I1R 2 Pro. So, and some stickers, pin, and magnification card. So, yeah. Where was I? Mimo interrupting. Glad to have you here, Mimo. What is he talking about? Everyone ready for Christmas. Ugh. You're off the wall, man. Well, I don't even know what I was talking about now. Mimo got me sidetracked so hard. But yeah, I did play hockey. I played one season of ice hockey. I actually had to borrow hockey gear, all the pads and equipment and stuff, from a neighbor down the street, because my mom did not want me to play hockey. That's why I only played one season. As nice of a guy that I am, I'm very quite competitive when I get into a sport, and I got to unleash some anger, some built up stress and frustration playing hockey. I was in the penalty box quite a bit, and despite my small size, um, I threw my weight around pretty good. I had a number of hockey fights, and I got in trouble quite a bit. So I was not great at hockey. I was an average player. Baseball is kind of where I shined. Once I got to pitching and got good at pitching, I had my dad help me build a pitching mound in the yard, and a big old backstop, and pitching net, and I threw my heart out. I would come home from school every day, and as soon as I got my homework done, the very next thing that I did was go out in the yard and throw 50, 60 pitches. I got to go to a camp at the baseball field up in Atlanta for the Atlanta Braves back then. It wasn't Turner Field, it was the one before that, and not the one that they play on today. But I got to go to a baseball camp where I personally got to work with John Smoltz and Tom Glavine for 3 or 4 days. 4 days, I think. Yeah, it was a 4-day camp. So I got pitching tips and a little bit of coaching advice from some really damn good pitchers from back then. Unfortunately, by the time I was in high school, I dislocated. I'm a lefty. Definitely pitch as a lefty, but I dislocated my left arm, way too many times doing other things. Once rock climbing, once mountain biking. The other time I was just being a dumbass. But yeah, I think 4 times I dislocated my left arm, and every time I did it, just my pitching got worse. I had less control over my off-speed pitches. I was throwing more three-quarter arm rather than fully over the top. Yeah, so my pitching kind of started to decline, and my high school was an insanely competitive high school, especially with their baseball and football teams, and so they made it to where it was work and not fun, and I didn't like that, so didn't do baseball. I still played on a rec team through most of high school, but that's all I did, and I didn't always pitch. I ended up being a closer at that point because I didn't have what was needed to go on. But I was, before I dislocated this guy the third time, when I started ninth grade, I was throwing 86, 87 mile an hour fastballs. And I had a nasty, wicked curveball that I could throw at about 32, 33 miles per hour and get it to do all the craziness that I could get it to do. So yeah, those were my two power pitches, and they really, at that point in time, that's all I needed at that age. Made me a very competitive pitcher. Mimo, you played tennis? So if you played tennis, did you do the whole watching the ladies play tennis is pretty funny for a little bit. Oh, Grumpy's in the house. Hey man, how you doing? Hope you keeping that bowl full, that little lidded cup that I turned for you. You missed the gall, Grumpy. I'll show it one more time. Last time I was showing it because I got to get going here in about 5 minutes to pick up the kids. But brand new American won the gall. And he got the Victorinox Executive 81. And the Olight i1R2 Pro with that USB-C charging in the middle. And then he got the happy face, crazy hair Rico pin. A little bit of sticker swag, including Beard of Doom, Smoky Mountain Knife Works, Yeti, Bigfoot, and I dropped the damn knife. Ah! Try to pick it up off the floor without bending it. The Civivi. So, and a magnification card, which I'm going to include in all my galls once I find them. Yeah, those magnification cards, they're handy. I love having a couple around. I've used them more often than I think about it. But yeah, so brand new American won the gall for today. My first giveaway. So I think I did okay with a fun little package. Nice little win. Oh, I know. I dropped the sticker on the floor, not the keyboard. My keyboard is much up closer and underneath the computer monitor here. So yeah, no, I did not, Casey. Oh, the fun that we have with that fella. Him and Manisfaction and said Stevie. You guys are so much fun. I appreciate every one of y'all. Y'all are great. No, Mike, what'd you do? What'd you do? Wife screaming at me. Gotta go. Everyone have a great Sunday. You too, man. You too. All right. So I think that's gonna just about wrap it up for me. Is there anything? Oh, I did win the giveaway for lunchtime. Yeah, it is right about lunchtime. I did win the giveaway from Tri-States Christmas holiday live, where he gave out so much stuff. It has like 20 some people to mail crap off to. So I chatted with him for a quick minute on Instagram just a day or two ago. He is getting, in case any of y'all were wondering, he is getting those packages out. Yeah, I felt bad for the man because he's got 22, I think, packages put together. That's a lot of addresses to deal with and a lot of product items to deal with. But Honey Bear, awesome guy. He donated a couple of the knives to for that giveaway. And I won the Petrified Fish mini beluga in that red G-Mascus, right? G-Mascus. Which is an awesome knife. I actually happen to already have one that I bought for myself. And so might do something kind for somebody else, the DSKF. And this might be in a gall down the road, or I might keep it because I have two boys and they both love my knife collection and want my knife collection when they grow up. So I do have to keep some things as doubles for being able to pass things down to them. So I don't know. It might be a gall giveaway knife in the future. or I might hang on to it because it is an awesome knife. It is a great knife, and Honey Bear was so kind to include that and send it out to me. And since he only had a few things to send out for his what he contributed it, I got mine really really fast. So still waiting on the flashlight from Tri-State. So hopefully I'll get that sometime towards the end of next week because he sent out like a third of them just a couple days ago, and then he sent out another third of them the morning after, and so he should be getting the last few out the beginning of the week. So everybody who won something in that giveaway live probably going to get it the end of the week or early next week. So all right. That is going to be it for me today, guys. If you missed the fun story of me getting zapped by lightning, watch it later on the channel. And y'all have an awesome rest of your Sunday. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see y'all probably on Wednesday within Maddie's live. He is gracious enough to let me be a part of that from time to time. So, yeah, y'all have a good one. Take care. I'm out.